Alright, so, here at PC Gaming Show, I was planning on starting this later, but they started playing a remix of the Max Payne theme, which I swear to God, if this means nothing, I'm going to be very upset. Hang on, I just remembered, I gotta set the Twitters. Alright, there we go. So yeah, here we are watching the PC Gaming Show for now. Biggest hope right now. Persona 4 Golden. Hope the rumors end up being true. Hope we watch the Vita have its corpse dug up and be executed live on stream. Now it's playing Hearthstone. I don't care. What? You don't play the Max Payne thing for nothing, damn it. Oh, and now there's Dark Forces. Wait, what? Dark Forces? Why? I swear to God, if this just ends up, hey, look, we have computer games, and it doesn't mean anything, I'm going to. Also, I know there was that, Guerrilla Collective thing earlier. I did end up watching it. I didn't end up streaming it, because I only knew about its existence, like, 5 minutes before it happened. I didn't want to rush to be like, oh, it's up again, all that stuff, and I didn't want to start streaming it midway in, either. But yeah, stuff there looked cool, like, there's this one game called Gestalt, which looked pretty cool. I like the main character design on that. Got some more stuff on Empire Sin, which looked cool. Saw a bit of Crusader Kings, which characters having proper models and not just being portraits threw me off a bit. Let's see. There's a bit of Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines too, I think, but I stepped away for that. Like I was going to the bathroom, I think. Best video games, a couple Master Chief and Katana. Yes, the one that's not really working out so great right now. Also, how are Heavy Medic that low in the count? Okay, good. But also, I like Geralt and Yen, but that's hardly like the best video game couple. They're hardly a video game couple. They're from books first. This is an odd list in general. Alright, but what else? What else am I hoping for? Yeah, like, honestly, like the, Sona thing, I'm not really expecting much other than Persona 4. Oh, since we still got 10 minutes left, let me get the Minesweeper back. I'll kill the time, though. I guess I'll have to, like, minimize it in a way that still allows me to see some of the screen, because I kind of want to know what's going on here. Make the Minesweeper tiny. Let me shrink that down before I put it up on here. Shrink it a bit more. Yeah, that's good. Put it right there. And let me get the Streamlabs back up. Hey Eric, how you doing? Just killing time until the show starts. At the Game of Champions here. There we go. You got anything you're expecting from this show? Oh, shitty start. Yep. Yep, that's how I thought that one was gonna end up. Let's try that again. What do you got going on in the background there? I got no idea what game that is. Yeah, was there anything else that Guerrilla Collective showed off that I thought was cool? Oh yeah, we saw more Dwarf Fortress, which... That is a game I so desperately want to get in, but I'm just scared by everything about it. Like... I think that's the one game where I'd be desperately craving for backseat gaming on. Like, if I knew for a fact I'd had someone in chat, like, to yell at me for everything I do wrong in that game, I'd actually be thankful. I'm getting some shitty starts here. Okay, this is much better. just had a brain fart what the buttons were for a second. Is this Blade Runner game? This is a Blade Runner game. Getting some polls for this. Okay, they played the Max Payne theme earlier, now they're showing Max Payne 2. They better fucking do something with that. I've gone cartridge for me, I'm leaving with the others won't have any prize. Oh. Yeah, that sounds fun. I hope you do end up having some form of fun with that, dude. Thanks for stopping by while you can, anyways. I appreciate that. Remember when I streamed Good Shooters? Yeah, that was a fun time. You know, I say that, but towards the end of the last Daikatana stream, I actually ended up having some fun. Which is a weird reversal thing, because at the end of that last Bloodstained stream, I was actually struggling a bit. I hope that doesn't keep up, honestly. I'd rather enjoy Bloodstained than not hate Daikatana as much. Nah, that's not. Alright, put the corners. This one here. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I should have gotten rid of this one. Catchy Team Fortress remix. Doom 3! Yes, that's the game people think of with this franchise now. And Witcher 1. We gotta give it to them. They are certainly making some PC gamer-ass polls. Like, yeah, this sort of thing like old school PC gamers like. So. About 6 moments. What the hell is that game? I have no idea, but it looks kind of cool. Best gaming mouse. I don't know one that scrolls. Like what I'm using now is pretty fine. Oh, is that Wing Commander? Nice. I wonder if I should stream the Wing Commander game sometime. I do actually have like 1 through 4, but. I need an actual, like, good joystick. Like, the one I have is, like, the jerkiest thing on the planet. Like, actually, hang on. Let me a second. Pull this thing out. Yeah. Come on. Scoot over my chair. Give me a second. Like, I want you to see just how badly this thing fucking moves around. Like, well, okay, right now it has the wire under it, so... Undoing this whole thing. Ah, yes, well-known PC game Final Fantasy VII. Like, I know it's on Steam now, but that isn't really the console that game is renowned for. Yeah. But seriously, I'm not sure how well this will come across visually, and unlike me who actually has it in my hands, but I want you to understand just how jerky this thing is to move. Like, it's very stiff feeling. I'm not sure that comes across in just looking at it. It's hard to just smoothly move it around, which, like, for flying something is not the feeling you want. It's like, okay, hang on. Like you gotta get it a little extra force on it just to move it at all. It doesn't feel great. That little tangent aside, gotta wrap this shit back up now. Yes, I was wondering if this is Undertale for a second, because it kind of sounded like it, but now it's just saying there's nothing. So I guess maybe it's this original song then. Okay, no, this isn't an Undertale song. Why is it not saying that? Am I covering up the credits with Minesweeper? No? What the hell, gang? What the hell, PC gaming show? Great, I'll put this back in now. Did it. Center myself again. And now we're back to StarCraft, which I was showing earlier. That was a nice little tangent, wasn't it? Just talking about absolutely useless bullshit. Yeah. See, like, it's pretty much all but confirmed that they're gonna show P4 Gold in here, but I've also had that sentiment happen before and have nothing be shown, so I'm still open to the possibility that we might be wrong about things. Just making sure all this is on vibrate and stuff. No, not too noisy or anything. Who is a good boy? D-Dog. He is the goodest boy out of all of these. In fact, I think out of all of these, he is the only one you actually have like a pet option with. I think he's also the only one you... Actually, I don't know too much about Half-Life 2, but I'm pretty sure this one is not an actual dog, but... Well, that's not the actual question, so... But D-Dog is the only one who you have as a pupper, so I say that makes him the goodest boy. I need to finish watching Witcher Netflix. Oh, fuck. This is like divided straight down the middle. I don't think I have any easy ins on how to get over here now. Shit. Well. Shit. Now, let's see what I can do over here first. There. How many do I have left? That's the timer. So still have about 100 mines left. Lovely. There. RGB. What? Is this a... What? No idea what that means at all, but okay. I miss Kyle Katarn. I wish he was can again. Also, ooh, show's almost started. Better minimize this. Get rid of the toolbar. Let's see what you have for us. PC Gamer presents PC Gaming Show. Yeah. So it's Far Cry 2, Half-Life 2, Half-Life Frozen Forces, Counter-Strike Source, StarCraft 2, Doom 3, Max Payne 2. Okay, that was the Blade Runner game. Final Fantasy 7. Again, technically has a PC port, but not the console it's really known for. Alright. Let's see what she got for us. No! But only a few of them are truly next level.
As you guys can see, I'm missing my left eye.
What the shit is this? The makers of those things.
A community that I am a part of.
I'm seeing a lot of eyes stuff. Are we gonna replace the eyes of gamers? And there is Trunks. Okay.
I'm currently in a call with my friend, not responding anymore.
He's breathing really hard. You know he just had a seizure.
I built an arcade in my basement. This is my home.
I'm sorry, what about seizures?
In a whole different world. Who cares what size you are, what gender you are?
I'm finally done gluing all the details on the sword.
The fans definitely go crazy when they see this car.
It's like one of the most badass things you could drive.
I don't know. FCC is on PC. I can't make that joke anymore. Totally game. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I suppose maybe some, like, based off some of the stuff I had there, maybe some stuff to help out, like, some people game easier, like if they aren't exactly capable of to the standard of actual people, I suppose. Hope I phrased that right. I feel like I phrased that weird. Well, if it's that sort of thing, I guess it's cool. That's pretty decent Ranger cosplay. So did they have jeans? I actually do not remember. Okay, Sissy, what is this? What? Oh, okay, there's the Willemses, I guess. And apparently James wants to fuck a robot. Honestly, that's... The only surprising thing about that is I don't think that robot is jacked enough for him. Like I'd believe it a lot more if it was just a fucking ripped robot. Then yeah, he'd want to fuck the robot.
This is the PC gaming show. For the next 2 hours,
or at the very least, have the robot do a suplex or something.
Announcements for more than 40 games, including the next game from Dean Hall, the creator of DayZ, the world-exclusive debut of gameplay for
DayZ is still a thing.
Genius 2. Ruthless Combat.
Wait, was that Evil Genius?
Shell, Everspace 2. Epic battles in a Total War Saga, Troy. Torchlight 3. What's coming in the next chapter of Elite Dangerous? Mafia Definitive Edition. A look at New World, Amazon's upcoming open world MMO.
Why, hello there, PC Gaming Show. This is
Oh,
Greg Miller.
hey,
Just borrowing
Greg
your
Miller's at
podcast
this
for
one
a
too.
moment to say that later on, I'll be dropping in again to reveal one of my favorite franchises that's coming to PC for the first time ever. If you can name this tune, maybe you'll recognize what it is. See you later in the show.
Okay, yeah, it's Persona 4 Gold, and that was the... Yeah, that just revealed it for anyone who knows a thing about Persona 4. It's fucking Jeunesse theme. So yeah, that's confirmed ahead of time. So now just be surprised by other things, I guess, in the meantime.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to the 2020 PC Gaming Show. I am one of your hosts today.
This hallway looks familiar, like the design
and
of
I'm
it.
delighted to have you wherever you may be tuning in. Twitch or YouTube or Twitter. Welcome to our 6th annual event.
Who
where we
would
have
be
over
watching
2
this on
hours of
Twitter?
content. 50 plus games we're going to be looking at in the form of reveals, trailers, interviews that we've recorded in the last several
But
weeks.
the last guy said
Before
40
we
plus,
get
now
into
it's
that, though,
50
I wanna
plus.
take a moment to
Technically,
address the
those
ongoing
aren't
situation
really
in America.
incompatible, but
While we're glad to be showing you some games
have some
today,
consistency,
there
my
are
dude.
many more people fighting for something far more important. The struggle against police violence and the systemic oppression of Black Americans. I and everyone who works on the PC Gaming Show each year, we know that Black lives matter, and this is not a fight that we are willing to stand on the sidelines for. So what can we all do? There's a great many organizations that deserve support right now, and one of them is the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund at naacpldf.org. If you want to support this and get some great games in the process, hundreds of developers have joined together at itch.io to create the bundle for racial justice and equality. It's a pay whatever you want for the bundle, and 100% of the proceeds go to the NAACP Fund and the Community Bail Fund. There's a lot more resources and information we'd like to share, so PC Gamer has created an ongoing list of ways that you can get involved in supporting protesters. That's at pcgamer.com/Black Lives Matter. Okay, we're going to begin the reveals in a moment.
Good on them using the platform for a good thing like that. Sorry if I was just quiet there, but they were talking about stuff more important to me, like, so.
Welcome, Frankie, and why don't you say hello?
Let them take the stage for that.
Hello, Sean, and hello to everyone watching around the world. We're really
that part,
excited to
not
be
time
with
for
you
jokes.
again.
Serious
and Sean,
shit.
I've prepared a very
Black Lives Matter.
board of PC gaming
Shit's fucked up
trailers
outside.
and announcements. This
All
year's
that
show
stuff.
features the most games we've ever presented, so grab your beverage of choice because it's go time.
Thanks, Frankie. And I gotta say, your apartment looks quite a bit more like a music video than mine does. Maybe I should have sprung for better lighting. Either way, it's time for the PC Gaming Show. And as I said
Her
earlier,
voice sounds
50+
familiar.
games. We've been talking to the developers, interviewing them for weeks now. And though it looks kind of empty here, I'm not alone. My beautiful assistant and good buddy DevBot. You may have seen him making his way over here. He is awaiting us. So let's go join him and get the show started.
The PC Gamer
Alright,
Secret.
Dev,
Can I
what do we
see
have for
a
this
video
year's
game
PC Gaming Show?
first?
I've downloaded 50 game trailers and 10 interviews, Sean.
You keep teasing me with all these trailers. I would like to see them.
Dogs, per your request. Australian Shepherds rank 4th among all dog breeds.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, what should we play first then?
Scanning. Processing. My readings indicate that the audience would like to see Vikings.
Well, that sounds great. Then let's kick it off with Valheim, a Viking survival game where you'll fight monsters, craft weapons, build and sail ships on an open ocean.
Starting
all
off
while
with a survival
exploring
game. Sounds
procedurally
really
generated
unique.
landscape. Show me the game, DevBot.
Now loading Valheim.
Okay, let's see if this actually meant to be different from any other survival games out there, or if it's just gonna be whatever. Coffee stain. Like, I guess you got Vikings going for it, but you can really slap any skin on a survival game. A lot of them still end up feeling pretty samey. Oh, this looks jank, which actually makes me more interested. It is actually a pretty interesting art style. Like the models are detailed, but the textures are pixelated. So that's weird, but yet intriguing. Almost gives it like this hyper detailed PS1 look that I kind of like. Okay, good on you, game. You actually are making me a little interested. This does look kind of cool. Like, I'm not exactly clawing at the bit to play it, but like maybe I'll watch some videos about it. I don't know. This looks kind of neat. Monsters look cool. Fighting also looks nice. Got different environments like snow and stuff. That's cool. Valheim. There's a beta. Yeah, I might keep an eye out for that one.
The next game has been in the works for quite a while and is just about to come out. I've been following it the whole time, and if a game that features farming, creature collection, dance battles, and bears wearing pants sounds like your cup of tea, then it's time to put the kettle on and enjoy some ooblets.
Ooblets? Sounds vaguely familiar. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is some kind of like Stardew Harvest Moon type of game. So like some farming there. Okay, they weren't lying about the dance battles. That does seem to be fairly prominent though. I've yet to see the bear with pants yet. If I don't see that bear, I'm calling this entire trailer a flop. Ooh, Blitz. Okay. No bear! Oh god, don't haunt my dreams like that, Rex, please.
The game is Torchlight 3, a
But
cherished action RPG franchise that features a number of original playable classes.
DevBot, you wouldn't have chosen this game because in Torchlight 3 you can play as a steam-powered robot, would you?
Torchlight? That name sounds familiar.
Entirely objective and determined by
But anyways, I was saying, I was just disappointed by the last trailer because they said there would be a bear wearing pants and there wasn't. Wasn't even a bear in general, I think.
Okay, well, let's play the Torchlight 3 trailer, and when we're done, I want to talk to one of the Torchlight 3 devs.
Oh, so they pretty much flat out confirmed that the Persona 4 Golden is going to be announced later because Greg Miller showed up and played the Junes theme.
In a world of magic and mystery,
Like, it was the least subtle thing ever.
will you choose fame?
Yeah, this very much just looks like it's not my thing. Oh, it's already up. Okay, then. Just wait for the actual announcement, I guess, because... Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that once the show's over.
Explore remote, perilous realms. Battle hordes of ancient, powerful enemies. Unite with others to claim your...
Like, I mean, I guess if they still tried to play coy after all the leaks and stuff, yeah, it'd be a bit weird.
Your legend awaits.
So they might as well just go blatant with it.
Oh, DevBot, please connect me with one of those developers.
You got it, Sean.
Joining me today to talk about Torchlight 3 is Max Schaefer. Max, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Max, Torchlight 2 story.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at that Steam page while this is happening because this game does nothing for me.
How does Torchlight 3's story tie into the first two?
Well, we're in the same world, obviously. We're about a century later now, though, and the Empire
century.
is
I just realized I can't look at chat right now.
The
Steam
Empire
up.
is in
Shit.
decline, and they've gotten a little lazy, a little comfortable, and a new threat looms on the horizon. So once again, the adventurers will have to battle the Netherim and all the evil baddies.
Scroll this so I can see chat.
In terms of the scope and scale,
And now the microphone's in the way. Damn
how
it.
does it compare to the previous editions?
Well, we've expanded quite a bit. Now, first, anyone who's played Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2 will be comfortable with the mechanics and how to play it and all. But we've expanded and let players make their own mark in the world itself. Like, you get a customized fort that you can decorate, that you can build.
Oh, I just scrolled down and there's a shitload of EA games on Steam now.
Put things in there
Just
that are
straight
that are
up like
useful to
Mass
other
Effect
players.
3 and
Other players will
Andromeda
see
and
your fort
Battlefront.
randomly out in the world.
I want to ask a little bit about
That's
the
neato, I
classes,
guess.
Because if you're an action RPG player, you may recognize something like a knight. or
Yep,
a
there it is.
mage.
Only
But in
20
Torchlight
bucks.
3,
Nice.
We got the steam-powered robots. We have the rail master that can summon trains.
Digital
Talk
Deluxe
to me about
Edition.
not just
What
what
does
some
that
of the
get me?
classes that players can expect are, but how
Art
you
book and
come up with
soundtrack.
this
Oh,
cool stuff.
that's nice.
Well, I think that you know, we've always wanted to avoid going like right down Main Street with our character classes and try to do something interesting. But at the same time,
and it has
we
dual
want to be
audio.
able to
Nice.
look at them and get a sense.
Yeah,
and
definitely
get
picking
a
that
kind
up
of
once this is
intuitive
over.
sense of what they do. And so we've applied that here. We've got some really fun characters, like you said, the fully robotic, steam-powered robot, and a guy that summons trains. But we've also got some other cool classes too: a sharpshooter
Hang
and a
on.
dust mage.
Get the
you know,
Minesweeper
honestly,
back.
They all have new twists, and they're all pretty fun to play.
In terms of the game world itself, how like, specifically do the forts get integrated? Like, what does it mean to stumble across someone else's fort as you're going through the world?
Well, between our gameplay levels, we have passages, and when you enter the passage, there will often be a
like that deluxe edition sells itself with the soundtrack
so
alone.
You will see some random person from the world's fort, and they will in turn see occasionally randomly your own fort. And it's
Fuck, this is a tricky setup.
Yep,
going for the corners.
Like the luck tree, but you can use their enchanting table
Fuck,
and
that
whatever
does nothing
recipes
for me.
they've unlocked to enchant your own items. So it's really
Okay,
worthwhile
okay.
for you to go check them out.
We got something
pets
here.
Were a big part of the earlier Torchlight games. What type of pet-based entertainment can we expect?
We have expanded upon the pet system. It does all the things you want. It fights alongside you. It goes and takes your items back to town to sell. But we've introduced kind of a collection mechanic. So you can find pets out in the wild by defeating bosses and make a whole
Boy, I hope I am not insulting the thriving Torchlight fan base right
has
now.
An enormous fan base. For those who want to get their hands on Torchlight 3, where can they go?
Okay, apparently that exists.
I'm very, very happy to announce that we are available on Steam right now in early access for $29.99. Go check it out. It's available right this minute.
That's the best kind of answer in the PC Gaming Show. You can get it now. Once again, Max Schaefer from the Torchlight team. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yep, that didn't work out.
Go to Steam right now to get your hands on the early access version.
Well, that ended up timing itself good.
We're just getting started here on the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up next.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show. Coming up later, an exclusive look at the next game from DayZ creator Dean Hall, Blanco's Block Party, the first reveal of Sound Mind, and more. Back to you, Sean. Back to you, Sean.
Well, hey everyone, I hope you're having a great time. I know I am, and
is
I know
that
you want
supposed to
tell
play
me
twice?
how much fun you're having, but don't shout. The walls are very thick in here. I can see you though if you use the PC Gaming
damn it,
Show
I minimized the Twitch
Twitter,
chat on here for a
Facebook,
reason.
or the PC Gamer forums, or a Ouija board, or a messenger.
People
button,
on these
whatever is your
like
desired form of
announcement
communication.
streams say
I'm
dumb
sure you've been
things.
seeing many of those comments show up live in the show today. And we want your hottest 280 character take that our merry moderators might just
Like I'd rather have my own chat where people insulting me personally.
It's time to head on over to Frankie Ward.
Elite Dangerous, the space simulation MMO
And more
frontier
elite
has
stuff.
continued to evolve over the past 5 years. Set in a
Another reason why I
once-in-a-generation
need to get an actual
virtual
functional
Milky Way
joystick
galaxy,
instead of like the
players forge their own path,
jerk
build
machine
and
I got.
break alliances,
Oh,
train
was I
to
being
fight
subtle,
and
Rex?
rank of elite. Join us as we journey into the next era of Elite Dangerous, set to take a giant leap once more.
Nah, I struck my eyes out doing that. Yep, that definitely is the spaceship from Elite. That's a pretty decent fun game if, you know, you just want to have fun just cruising through space, occasionally shooting things, maybe. But it's all, like, it's pretty fun if you just want, like, space Euro Truck Sim. You know, put on, like, a podcast or something. Also, maybe there are aliens in this game. If there actually do end up being aliens, they're doing a great job at, like, representing it. Oh, you got Elite. Nice. Maybe you should do something with that. But, like the alien sightings in that game almost feel like alien sightings in real life, where it's like a YouTube video out there of someone encountering them, like, dragging them out of hyperspace or something. It's creepy as hell and actually kind of cool.
Oh, you're welcome. It's good to be here.
Now, I have a lot of questions about the trailer we just saw, but I'm wondering if you can contextualize a little bit for those who haven't played Elite Dangerous. What is it?
So I think the best way of explaining what Elite Dangerous is to understand how big it is. We have created a title that's the most complete, authentic space simulation of any game out there, and it's just vast. It's the whole galaxy. You can explore it. You can take your own path.
It's like Star Citizen, except it actually exists.
A bounty hunter. You can do what you want. You can go where you want, and you can do your own thing. And it's that sort of freedom and the ability for people to tell their own story that I think makes Elite what it actually is.
Now, in all the streams that I've been following for Elite Dangerous, there's a lot of gameplay that happens in ships. There's a lot of focus on the economy and trading. In this trailer, though, we saw feet on the ground, which immediately makes me ask,
how do you forbid that does not exist?
From the trailer?
Oh, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, the big new feature that we're looking to release here is the fact that you can now, for the very first time, set foot on our planets. We've
they already released
last
this.
edition, really,
It
in
makes
terms of going
it
from
seem
space all the way down to the planet surface. So now,
or wait, was it like an expansion where you had like vehicles on like asteroids or something? It was something they had where you could do something other than just basic ships, I
The idea
think.
of forging your own path and creating your own experience that the space game has, and we've transposed that right down onto the planet. For the first time, you'll be able to access a whole pile of new planets, all ones with tenuous atmospheres, and obviously you're going to be able to play this in multiplayer, so you'll be able to join up with your friends.
So there'll be more delays.
Experience the game from the
Yeah,
ship,
too late
and
for that.
finally
Again,
find
how do you
something
delay that? That
Way
does not come out.
Walking on the planet component.
That's actually a cool thing with the Elite community. There's this thing called like the fuel rats, where like if you end up like accidentally screwing yourself out of like having fuel, like you're just stuck in the middle of nowhere and drifting, like this like group actually made like this website where you can like put in like a ticket like, hey, can you come find me and give me fuel?
In terms of some of the other
Like
systems
that's like a cool community thing. Like that's just something the players did, and I think that's pretty cool. Like I actually had to use that once.
So we have new planets that you can visit. You can visit old planets, and we have refreshed the visuals on them, so you can really set foot.
Honestly, I think that's part of what got me into playing it. Like, oh, if the community is doing this sort of cool shit, that just seems like the sort of fun stuff I want to get into.
Where can players go to play Elite Dangerous?
I should start playing Elite again. Maybe stream it. It'd be a fun
join in
stream.
with our community now, playing Elite Dangerous.
Nice and chill.
Download it via Steam or go to the Frontiers store or purchase it on console. We have many people playing it. In terms of Odyssey, you
I
can
feel
expect
weird
to see
looking
that
at the
next
normal
year.
HUD now because I did.
I hope you all enjoyed that
I do the thing where you go in like the files or whatever and affect and
For our next time,
and toggle like the RGB stuff. So now my HUD is more like blue and stuff instead of the orange.
Not again.
Hi there again, PC gamers. It's me, Greg Miller. Maybe you saw me host the Guerrilla Collective live stream earlier.
Okay, so is this Persona 4 then?
I'll give the PC Gaming Show back to its usual host in a moment, but I couldn't let anyone else announce this next trailer, which is a game near and dear to my heart.
Here it is.
Let's take a look.
Yes, the song that kills the Rex. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vita is now 5 times dead. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Persona is one of my favorite franchises. Like, Persona 3 is flat out my favorite game of all time, but Persona 4 is what got me into it. There's no hyphen because it's Japanese!
Persona 4 Golden is available now on Steam. If you haven't played this, now you have no excuse. Persona 4 Golden is a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. The story.
This motherfucker in chat, he calls June as Junes solely because he does not understand how the Japanese fucking language works. He refuses to acknowledge it. How syllables work.
See you later, PC gamers.
Can you believe this shit?
Weird. I thought this live stream was supposed to be secure.
I'm analyzing the security breach now, Sean. I'm not sure what could have happened.
Oh dear God. Oh God, he's real. No.
Well, all right then. While we get this sorted out, let's head on over to Frankie.
Our next trailer reveals an
It doesn't matter where the fucking word comes from, they're Japanese.
PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X early next year. In Sound Mind will challenge your expectations as it ushers you through the deepest corners of your psyche. It sounds like every night before I go
Audacity
to
of
sleep,
this bitch.
honestly.
The one in
game
chat, not
also
this lady.
features
I don't know
a
what she's
chilling
talking about.
original soundtrack by the Living Tombstone. Courtesy of indie outfit We Create Stuff and publisher Modus Games, let's take a look at In Sound Mind.
But anyways, I think this conference has peaked already from the thing I already knew was gonna happen. Let's see if they got anything else that interests me. And they better not have fucking cock-teased me with that fucking Max Payne theme.
They say fear is just a state of mind.
I have no idea what Nightmare House 2 is.
A locked door that traps you inside it. But once you find the key to your terror, fear will no longer exist. What a bunch of bullshit.
You're kind of like getting some Alan Wake vibes from this. Which is good, because Alan Wake is a good game. Catchy music. Yeah, okay, that might be something to keep an eye on. Oh, there's a demo on Steam.
Hey everyone,
Neat.
I'm Ito, producer at We Create Stuff.
Hey, I'm Chen.
And the being game that takes some from my channel.
We're the developers who brought you
Honestly, I
Nightmare
take
House
it.
2, and now we're back. We've partnered with Modus Games and
They announced fucking Stranglehold 2. That'd be fine too.
Demo is now out on Steam. Let us know what you think.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll check out that demo.
How did you get here today anyways?
Well, Sean, my sleep state was interrupted when I realized I was late to this year's PC gaming show, so naturally, I panicked. I had to improvise about how to reach our undisclosed broadcasting location before you began the show. I tried some back roads in the desert.
Oh, we're going back to this. Are we gonna see James Williams be horny for the robot again?
I tried to hitchhike. But ever since the 1991 dive,
Wow, that guy got bored fast.
Los Angeles trusts robots. At that point, I was already right outside our secret location.
Cool.
Oh yeah, hey, it's
let's
well
take a look
known
at our
that
next
the
trailer.
James he has good taste. He's a wrestling fan. He likes jack dudes, and well, it's just funny in general. Okay, you got planes. I'm sold already. Okay. This looks kind of neat. I want to make sky building. I like this concept. Airborne Kingdom. That sounds cool. Hey, and that's not too far away. Oh, and there goes the interest. Goodbye, interest. It was nice seeing you while I had ya.
You might be surprised to know that I enjoy real-time strategy games, and that's why I'm excited for our next trailer. It's Dwarfheim, a cooperative RTS, where up to 3 players can split up the work of building, mining, and fighting.
Why do we have like 2 Heim games? We already had like Valheim.
To fend off deadly trolls and rival clans. The Dwarfheim demo is live right now on Steam. Let's see what the game is all about.
I mean, the last conference already showed Dwarf Fortress, so not sure how much this can compare.
They toil every day in the dark and dirt. They try to protect what little they have from rival clans and the vile creatures that roam these lands. Your clan needs
Yeah, sure,
you
looks like an
now,
RTS.
chieftains, to lead your people. Choose your classes, guide your builders and miners to expand your kingdom.
Okay, those conveyor belts look kind of cool.
With your warriors to protect our town halls and conquer your enemies. Bring us to victory.
Actually, if you do have the multiple layers with like the surface and the mine stuff, that actually does seem kind of cool. Co-op RTS. Okay, maybe I'll check out that demo too.
Sean, and now let's take a look at the lineup of games and game updates coming from indie publisher New Blood Interactive.
Why does the guy get the whole gimmick with like the bunker and the robot, but she just gets green screen? Oh, New Blood. Go on. These guys make good shooters. Okay, these are all the games they have that currently exist already. God, these all look so fucking cool. I need to get my hands on literally any of them. Ooh, Dusk has mod support now. Fucking sweet. As if I wasn't sold on that game enough already. And Medieval, I admit, it hasn't really got me that much, mostly because, like, the shooters it's based on never really caught my interest either. Still looks cool, though, just not my thing. Maximum Action, though. Like, this just looks like first-person Max Payne, and I'm all there for it. Well, when I say first-person Max Payne, I also say, like, on crack. Unfortunate Spaceman. Hello, what is this? I got a multiplayer shooter. Not bad, not bad. And Ultra Kill. Like at the last show, they showed that the URL for this game is devilmayquake.com. How am I not sold on that? Yeah, I like really any of these, I just really... New Blood is a good publisher in general. I want it. All of it. We love you and we hate money. Nice. Hey, I love you and I love money. So I think we can work something out.
New Blood, and with us now is the New Blood CEO, Dave Oshry, to talk about it. Dave, what the hell was that all about?
Yeah, so we got a lot going on, right? I mean, some guys come out here, they show like some cinematic trailer and then tell you it's coming out in a year. We got 6 games and you can play all of them right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've been out for a while.
If we wanted to, right? So yeah,
like, admittedly, I do like these games. Not really announcing anything new with them.
Medieval, now with RTX, DLSS 2.0 is coming, Maximum Action, new levels are coming, new features, new guns. Unfortunate Spaceman is now completely free to play. F it, why not? Check that one out. 16-player co-op. It's crazy. It's like The Thing in space. Faith, of course. If you don't know about Faith, now you know. Ultra Kill, our new retro shooter with style. If you like games like Devil May Cry and Quake, that's what that's about. And then of course Gloomwood.
Well, I've never played Quake, but I like Doom and older shooters in general like that, so I'd probably like Quake.
The game for you.
Where can we go to learn more?
So you could check out Dusk at notfortnite.com, a Medieval at I can't believe it's not hexen.com, Maximum Action at shootyboom.com.
These URLs are fantastic.
Deaderspace.com, that's dead ER space.
Oh, how can you get deader than Dead Space?
BarryLovesYou.com. Ultra Kill at devilmayquake.com, and then of course
yep, there it is.
At thiefwithguns.com.
Thief with Guns, you
that's all
say?
We got 6 games. You can play them all right now. We love.
Wait, isn't Thief with Guns just Dishonored though?
Thanks, Dave. Let's see what Frankie has for us next.
Thank you, Sean. Now tell me, PC gamers, have you ever wanted to rewrite history? Not your browser history, that's easy and absolutely vital, but how about something grander? Like discovering America, mastering flight, or inventing the computer a couple of 100 years earlier.
It's gonna be Civilization?
Humankind is an upcoming historical strategy game where you...
Oh no, it's that game that just looks and seems to be exactly like Civilization.
That's as unique as you are. And as with all of their previous titles, Amplitude is asking the community to participate in the development of humankind to help make it the best.
Like seriously, I remember this at E3. I'm pretty sure the entire time I was just going, isn't this just Civilization? Like, seriously, show me something that makes it different from Civ. Like, other than the fact that you're using, like, custom characters, I guess, instead of historical people, which honestly just seems lamer. I'm sorry, was that the ending of Halo 2 there in pixel form for a second there? But I'm not the only one who saw that. There was like the ship that launched from High Charity heading towards Earth, but it was like pixelated. It was there for a second. It was like at this angle. Still looking a lot like Civ. And it's not exactly like you can call it a spiritual successor or something, because they're still making Civ games. And they're still pretty good.
Well, you heard the trailer. You need to go to opendev.gamestogether.com so you
I really
can be one of
don't.
the very first humans to get your hands on Humankind, Amplitude Studios' upcoming historical strategy game. And now for something a little different, why don't you join me in my chambers? Come on. Come on.
And an adult.
Of all the subcultures and communities that make up PC gaming, modders have arguably had the
We're
biggest
already here.
impact.
Why was that
And that's
transition even
Dean Hall, a
necessary?
designer who started out as a modder and eventually helped lay the foundation for two of the most popular genres on
Ah, here's
PC,
Daisy guy, I
survival
think.
and battle royale. Let's take a look at the next game from Rocketworks revealed here on the PC Gaming Show. It's Icarus.
World exclusive? I thought I was gonna say world premiere. What the hell is a world exclusive? Like, you can't publish this game outside of Earth? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I gotta admit, most Souls games don't interest me. The aesthetic of Bloodborne might get me into it. Oh boy, seems like another survival game. This just seems to be like this is. All I'm seeing is rust in space. And really, the in-space part only really comes from the spacesuits and the weird creatures. Okay, oxygen mechanics might be interesting. Oxygen's running low, so let's go to space, because that's where the oxygen is. Yeah, Bloodborne seems different enough for me.
Joining me to talk about Icarus is Dean Hall. Dean, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome, it's great to be here.
So, Dean, you're making another survival-focused game. What makes Icarus different from other survival titles?
Well, I think if you think about your first hour in DayZ, your first hour in Minecraft, really what we're trying to do is capture that and then basically build a game where you can do that over a long period of time and you can progress through the survival experience. So it was really getting back to the roots of what a survival game is and what makes those moments that you get in them really intense and emotional.
You've literally told me nothing with that statement, Dean.
Basic loop. If I just open up the game, do I start out on the ship
Yeah, they said they had like 50 plus like trailers or whatever. It doesn't really seem like you need to do this.
Your friends in and prepare for what we call a drop, and then you select a prospect. And the big challenge of the game, and the way to fail it, I guess, is to run out of time on the drop.
Let's say I'm on a 30-minute mission. I have a particular resource I've set out to snatch up. How does the gameplay of that 30-minute period differ from other survival games?
I suppose there were three key things that I felt needed to be addressed before I made another survival game. The first was the ability to scale. By breaking your experience over
50 plus trailers or just 50 plus games?
Sessions.
Because I think that New Blood.
So you
How many games was that in the New Blood
in a
thing?
normal survival game, building
Like they had like
bridges,
6
roads,
games
all
there,
those kinds
so.
of things. But you're doing it with a medium-term focus. The second was pacing and clear direction,
Yeah.
which is helped very much by the structure that we're putting around the session. And the last one is really focusing in on those core survival mechanics, which I really feel is the whole reason that survival as a genre connects so emotionally with players.
I guess I was a little surprised to
Does
hear
it?
that there are 20
Not exactly sure. I'd
as
say
well as multi-day drops. What
emotional is, I'd say, the
time ranges
connection
we're
most
looking
people
at?
get
Are
from the
different
survival
categories
games.
and tiers of drop length?
Yeah, so it really depends on your level as you progress through the game. So early on, we're really just introducing you to more safe environments. So say a daytime drop that only lasts 20 minutes. You're only going to be facing the game during the day. As you progress on, you can take on and get access to prospects that have much longer drop windows, but that means you're getting a cycle of day-night. And night, particularly for most of our biomes, is definitely the most dangerous.
I want to ask a little bit about what.
I'm gonna be honest, this seems like
in Icarus. I mean, in the
very
trailer, there was
not
something that
interesting to me
fell
because I feel
down
like
and you just ominously talked
having
about
limited
danger
time
being
in like the
behind the
areas
planet.
you're
What happens
trying to
if
set up, and that seems
don't
like
make
that
it
goes
back to
against
die
just
on
the
the planet?
idea of the genre. Like
If you think about
for survival
dating,
games, aren't you
sure,
really
it's a
trying
very
to like
binary event that happens,
settle
and there's nothing
down,
you can do,
like
it's
just
over.
build
And
your
there's a
base
certain
and shit?
charm.
Like
Everything's
why would you even do
Yeah,
that if
there's
you
a
only get like
certain charm
30
to it.
minutes?
But I think if we look about
charm. I like your use of the word charm there, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, like there definitely is, but I think with
Maybe I'm
Icarus,
just
we've chosen
misunderstanding
one
this.
failure state. If you run out of time on your drop, that character and all its equipment is gone.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make that terrifying, and that's why our tagline is there are worse fates than death. So it's getting left behind. If you miss your rendezvous window with the orbital station, then that's it. Everything that you've deployed on there, your character and all that progression of that character and all that equipment is just gone. And that's our one failure state. If you run out of oxygen, someone can come and revive you. If you get attacked by this particular animal and damaged, someone can heal you. But if you run out of time, it's over.
I'm curious, I mean, there's so many elements. There's so much ambition. I know there's a lot of PC gamers that maybe feel like you abandoned
I've probably
DayZ,
been on this one
other
bit.
projects. What do you have to reassure those people that you're committed to Icarus?
Well, I think a big thing for me is you know, Bohemia was an existing company, and I definitely felt like I was pulling them in a direction that was hard for them to go, and they
Yeah,
probably
this
felt like they were
seems
pulling
like
me in a direction that I didn't want to go. And it's really been a bit of a
anti-fun.
struggle for me to develop
And not like in the good way, like
myself as well. There was a whole bunch
there's
of
some
things I had
games
to
where
learn.
just
I
how
had to learn
frustrating they
many
can
of
be
those
is sort of
things
the
through
appeal.
failure.
Like I
The
hear people
solution
say about
was
like
to make
Pathologic.
sure
I
it
still need
wasn't
to
just
try
a
that by the
ding
way.
ball game,
But this
but
just
it
seems
was a
like
game
not
run
what
by
they're going
incredibly
for. It
skilled
just seems
people.
like
And we managed to assemble,
Eh.
I think, definitely one of the best teams I've ever worked with. An exceptional concept team through to a technical and production team as well.
Well, I know there's a ton of people that are interested.
I'm gonna be
in the
honest,
very
all
next
this is
question.
making me do is for a second make me think of DayZ, and then that made me think of Arma, and now I'm just thinking,
that is a good question.
oh, I'd
So
really
we're
rather be
looking
playing
at
Arma right
sometime
now.
next year. Our development is very advanced at this point. Our biggest question really is
Those are
content.
good
So,
games.
you know, we're making the game free to play because we wanted to maximize the number of people that play it. And we're acutely aware a number of our former staff are ex-grinding.
Something
games,
about this
make
being
cartridges,
free to
so
play with
very
the limited
talented
time
in
frames they're
that
getting
area.
is making
So
me
we're,
worried.
very cognizant of how
That
much
sounds like the
content
sort
we
of
need to
shit
provide
you
games.
could
So at the
easily
moment, we're really sort of getting
monetize.
into that.
Well, Dean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Like,
awesome.
We really
oh,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
pay
Once again, that was
pay
Dean
$5
Hall,
for another like
upcoming
5 minutes on the
survival
planet.
game Icarus. For our next game, let's head to Frank.
God, I hope I didn't just give them an idea.
When you're an evil supervillain, it's important
Animal.
to have your own sense of style. What? Evil Cat Psychics are so 2019. Evil Genius 2 asks players the question.
Okay, Evil Genius
how would
2.
you
That's
design
actually something I'm
supervillain
rather
fortress?
interested in.
Would
Evil
you
Genius
build
is a
pool
neat game.
With laser sharks, or would you just give all the home appliances RGB lighting? Here's the world exclusive first gameplay footage of Evil Genius 2 World Domination.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention here. I was looking at the furry guy. No, seriously, what does world exclusive mean? Are you worried about space game piracy? How to take over the world in 7 easy steps. Build your evil lair. Yep. This game is illegal for publication on Mars. Yep, this certainly looks like Evil Genius. I still need to finish the first one. Recruit special management, yeah. Like, looks like a lot of the same of what we were doing with the first one, but just, like, different, I suppose. Yeah. Still looks like Evil Genius. You gonna do anything really sequel-worthy? Oh no, what is step 6? Oh wait, are they just doing the meme? I think they were just going for the meme. I forget, did Evil Genius 1 have multiple levels you could build on? Because if not, that might be something cool. To, like, having a sequel, multiple levels of building.
We are about to see the first official gameplay footage for Godfall on PC. Counterplay Games is going to give us a
yeah, this is
guided
the
tour of
Gearbox
the
game, right?
For Aperion. And keen observers will notice that this is running an Unreal Engine.
Like, I saw the
5.
trailer for that like 2
That's
days
why
ago, and I
those
nearly
shiny
forgot what it
sets of
was.
Armor look oh so gorgeous. You can go on over to the Epic Games Store and wishlist it now, or get more information on Godfall before it releases this holiday season. But for now, let's take a look.
Oh hey look, they're playing tonally appropriate music. What a novel concept.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay
Here's
Games,
Minesweeper again.
we are very excited to share gameplay with you today, and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical.
Yeah, I felt that's where the mine was. I just wanted to undo that one.
Godfall is still in development, so some things will change.
You know what, I
and
think I
improve
might
in the final product,
increase the
visuals and performance.
You know what, this is, I'm gonna make this 30 by 30.
In a brand new high fantasy universe filled with
a few
heroic
more
knights,
spaces.
arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of Earth.
I had a good custom setup on my old computer about what this size should be, but I forgot what that was.
A godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor.
Oh, that is real nice. I'm wondering if I gave myself too much of a boost by making that 10 extra height.
To tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about.
When are you gonna announce Minesweeper 2? I'd be much more interested in that.
Do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a whole new genre, the looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part.
Did they really just
and one part
looter slasher? It's not interesting just because you swing a sword instead of shoot a gun, dipshits.
Weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment from mastering.
And I hardly feel like this is the first one to do that.
What you're looking at now is
Yeah.
the mid-boss.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that came before the gun ones. Fucking Diablo.
Please check out the Godfall channels on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you so much for taking a look at Godfall, and we'll be showing you more soon.
I am bizarrely angry at that claim they just made.
Iconic first-person shooters, they think of games like Doom, Quake, and Duke Nukem. Our next trailer shows a project that celebrates the proud heritage of sci-fi FPSs while taking advantage of some very modern visual effects, like glorious enemy dismemberment. From Bound Software and Humble Publishing, this is Proteus.
I'm interested. Go on. Oh, I love this already. Yes, more, please. Complete 180 from the last game. Oh, that's beautiful. I think they're just turning Brutal Doom into an actual game now. I'm fine with that. Oh, they have like level creation just like Doom. That's awesome. Awesome. That looks like they're setting up for a glory kill. I'm seeing highlights. It looks like they're for glory kills. Oh, I am absolutely all for this. Okay, tone shift. Not even a transition into that, just going right in. But yeah, that just looks like if they made Brutal Doom an actual game, which I hope that has nothing to do with the guy who made Brutal Doom, because I'm pretty sure that guy's like a legit piece of shit. Like, that's one of the largest reasons I've not played Brutal Doom. And this seems neat. Art style's pretty nice, I'll give them that. Faye Tactics. The girl who destroyed... Okay, that's an intriguing subtitle.
I love the look of that last one. Faye Tactics is set to scratch that isometric combat itch that I know a lot of us have been feeling ever since we played Final Fantasy Tactics back in the 90s. Alright.
Debugman 18 interests me. What about Humankind intrigued you, sir?
We're going to take a look at 2 more games from them. Project Wingman, a jet fighter
game. Ooh, Project Wingman!
Elements and VR support. And rounding things out is Carto from Sunhead Games.
Project Wingman is basically not Ace Combat. Give me. This isn't Project Wingman. Freaking teases. Bah. Oh, there's a bear. Still haven't seen a bear with pants yet. What the hell? Oh, but this looks kind of interesting. Okay, but Project Wingman. Yes! Yes! Ooh, comic's a good call sign. Ooh, Playable Harrier, nice. Is it? Pretty sure he's wait, did they have a Playable Harrier in Assault Horizon? I forget.
Good work, Hitman team. Return to base.
No, that was too short. Oh, that's this ear. Holy shit.
Hey, DevBot. Have you ever wondered what Gordon Freeman's voicemail message sounds like?
Sean, that is an intriguing inquiry. However,
boy, I wonder what the punchline here is.
I'm receiving an external transmission.
Why does this keep happening, DevBot? What's with the security? Have you upgraded to Service Pack 2 yet?
The transmission is coming from a powerful space satellite.
Oh shit, the aliens have...
Greetings, PC Gaming.
Oh!
It is I, your supreme leader, Kane. I am commandeering this broadcast
okay.
to an important mission briefing. You must capture the GDI base marked at these coordinates. This is a strategically significant I'm just kidding. Just kidding, it's me, Joe Coogan. And
no, you broke kayfabe.
Look, you know Command & Conquer has been a major part of your life. It's certainly been a big part of mine. The Command & Conquer Remastered Collection recently launched for PC, and
yeah, the Remastered Collection was good. I never played the original Command & Conquers. I only played like Generals and 3.
I mean, who doesn't like 4K graphics, quick matches in multiplayer?
Yeah, I'd be down to check this out.
I personally want to send a big shout out to all you PC gamers who have kept the legacy of Kane alive over these last 25 years. I mean, I live in death, I guess. Thanks for letting me interrupt, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. For the glory of Nod!
I mean, I'm honestly fine with them leaving that punchline gone just for more Kane. That dude's cool.
Something you'd never trade away in a million years. Our next game is a celebration of toys and art. On its surface, a game about collecting, customizing, and trading, but it's also a highly social playground for creativity. One where you can make your own levels and gather with your friends to hang out, play mini games, and create together. This is Blanco's Block Party.
Oh, they wouldn't. Like, I'll admit, for a brief second, I heard the word Gordon Freeman. I thought, are they gonna do? Oh no, they're just doing a stupid joke. They're not gonna announce anything Half-Life here.
Dance and race and shoot and jump and fly with jetpacks or maybe bat wings. And there's lava and a mountain made of junk food.
This voice sounds familiar.
Where you can create your own.
I think this voice has been in some of the Cyanide and Happiness shorts.
Where you can make your very own games with your very own rules.
I had it for like less than a microsecond. Why am I looking over there? The camera's right there. I think my mind got mixed up between the camera and the chat. So I just started looking above the chat. Yeah, I think this is one of the Cyanide and Happiness voice actors.
It's a party.
Blancos? How do you read that? That font was unreadable.
Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
I would love if you could just
Blancos.
address
Okay.
what is Blancos?
Blancos it's a game about vinyl toys.
Well,
kind of
Blanco
going
is how
about
you say
and where they
white
go when
in
human
Spanish,
leaves
or
the room.
Blanco.
But it's also
But
more
it's with
than
a
just game.
C
It's a place for
and no
content
S.
creators and gamers and collectors to come together and hang out and build the worlds and games that they really want to play in. And you can have as many as your friends come and hang out with you as you want. But you could also drop the toys in. So the first toy you can play with is one called it's a shooting mechanic. We got like a unicorn rocket launcher that fires ice creams. We got like a cactus grenade launcher that
unicorn
fires
rocket launcher that fires ice cream.
It's all
Of
about
course.
kind of like arcade fun shooter stuff. And you can set that up as a
I admit, I do admire how that man managed to say that with a straight face.
Some other stuff we're going to be dropping is race toys. So you could just do point to point. You could build this.
I like this game not really grabbing me, but that one little skill there, I applaud you for that, sir.
Good vibes. That's kind of what powers them. So another one you can do is actually just a vibe collection. And what's kind of super cool is all of those toys work with each other. So you could build a race, and then you could drop some guns in it, and it can be a race, but you can pick up guns on the way and try and knock each
This man seems way too straight-laced for the tone that game is going for.
Community focus. We've also seen in games like Fortnite these in-game events. Are these kinds of things that you think will show up in Blancos as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we felt that from the beginning of development, that Blancos wasn't just this place for players to go and build and create their own worlds, but it was a place for us to be able to share with them different content, whether that's a music concert, whether it's a movie trailer, you know, whether it's something no one's seen yet. But absolutely, that we're definitely thinking about that kind of stuff.
Well, talk to me about the number of different designs. Like, where are these designs coming from? How many are there?
We're not talking about numbers in season 1 just yet, but we are talking about the artists. So we're really stoked we've been able to work with some of my favorites that I've been buying the vinyl toys of over the years. So John Paul Kaiser is a great artist from the UK. I ended up buying some of his toys in New York about 6 years ago, and now we get to work together and bring his toys to life in the game, which has been great fun. James Groman, who I think just kind of really epitomizes vinyl toy design, just those clean vector-based lines. And one of my personal favorites is Pete Fowler, who for me was kind of one of the grandfathers of vinyl toy design.
I know people are going to want more information. They're going to want to know when they can play Blancos, when they can see more. Where do they go for that?
If you want to keep just up to date with things, go and check out blancos.com. You can register there right now, so you can secure your account name and get ready for launch. We're going to be launching end of the year, so not too far away now, but we're also going to be starting to look for our beta at some point soon as well. So if you get registered, we might be able to get you in that.
Jamie from Mythical, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Once again, the name of the game is Blancos Block Party. Let's take a look at what's coming up next at this year's PC Gaming Show.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show, presented by PC Gamer. Stay tuned for more trailers, announcements, and footage. Coming up later, we celebrate the 20th anniversary of A Total War. What's next in Escape from Tarkov? The reveal
I still need to
of
see what
strategy game
Tarkov is all about. That seems like it might be my kind of
and
thing.
more. Back to you, Frankie.
The PC
What is the purpose of that little interlude if you're not going to run any ads?
And our next project, Everspace 2, expands on that tradition with its gorgeous handcrafted universe.
Everspace
The
2.
focus here is on
Everspace
exploration
sounds
and
familiar.
dogfighting, with alien species standing in the way of outfitting your ship with unique modules, weapons, and devices.
I mean, once I get a look at this, I don't know
As
what
we're
it
about
is.
to see in this next trailer, combat won't just take place in the cold vacuum of space, but also the atmospheres of planets themselves. Here's Everspace 2.
Alright, this looks kind of cool. Space shooter. You gonna show me like the actual like player doing things, or just these other spaceships shooting at each other? Like I'd actually like to see some from the camera gameplay. Like what kind of flight game is this? Is it Ace Combat? Is it Rogue Squadron? Wing Commander? What? Okay, there we go. Okay, it kind of looks like Rogue Squadron, but also like you can drift a little. Interesting. Alright, I'll keep an eye on that one. That looks actually kind of cool. Ah, thank you for that little thing there. I forgot space existed. Oh, PSA. He did it. He did the video game. Did he just shit flames? I want to lay off the Taco Bell there, fella. I find this odd, yet strangely intriguing. Ink. What? How the fuck do you read that?
PC gamers, I'm sure you'll agree.
Inclination, was it?
If a horse shows up at your door, and you don't remember ordering a horse, it's probably best to keep the door shut. One of the coolest things about a Total War Saga Troy, the next game from Creative Assembly, is that
oh, that was supposed to be a Trojan horse joke. I'm sorry, that was so awful I didn't even recognize it.
Including several explanations for what that mythical horse actually was. I'll get the door while you watch the latest trailer.
Inhumanity? I have no idea how to pronounce that. I think it's supposed to be like Illuminati, but way more clunky.
There is only one response to Queen Helen's abduction, and that is war.
Is that the same announcer from Medieval 2?
The events of one of the greatest conflicts ever.
Like I think that sounds like the same announcer from when you picked a faction in Medieval 2.
As Odysseus besieged the legendary city of Troy in 3 ingenious and equally devastating ways, all based around.
I'm kind of a fan of Total War. Like I've played Medieval 2, Shogun 2, Empire. I've actually played a lot of Total War games.
The city may appear to be mighty, but no defenses are impregnable.
Using gargantuan siege towers, take the fight to the walls.
I was gonna say that said siege horse, I think, but that just seems like a regular ass siege tower.
And force them back into their pitiful city.
But this looks cool, very, yeah, Medieval 2-esque, but Greek instead. Better graphics, all that.
The enemy are unaware of your presence.
Oh, I guess that was like the name of the scenario, maybe.
Sneak troops into the city in a vast, horse-headed vessel fit for the gods. Under the cloak of darkness, use guerrilla tactics to sabotage the unbreachable city gates, leaving the Trojan warriors defenseless, allowing the Achaean soldiers to begin razing the city to the ground.
Their walls have been breached.
Even the greatest defenses cannot stand against nature's might.
Oh damn, you
The
can
land
fuck
is
up the
ravaged
walls
by
in here.
earthquakes. Patience is rewarded. Send your troops forward. Troy is
Like, seriously, I don't think you could mess up the walls that badly in other Total War games. I think you could create like 1 or 2 openings
Myth meets history
per side,
define the ages.
not just completely disintegrate them.
Victory will make you immortal.
Alright, that's supposed to be
was
free.
Total War
Maybe I'll
Saga
check it
Troy,
out.
which we'll get to play in 2021. And hey, speaking of sneaking in big surprises, a master of segue. This year, we've teamed up with Intel to build a legendary custom computer inspired by art, weaponry, and the artifacts found in the game. DevBot, I understand you know your way around a computer, right?
Affirmative. Sean, I have a soft spot for Bronze Age computers.
Well, great. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit more?
Can do, Sean. Behold, PC gamers.
This build is centered around Intel's CPU, the 10th gen Intel Core i9
I felt weirdly dirty when that robot called me a PC gamer. Like, it's not wrong, but it felt like it. Damn it.
useful in epic strategy games like a Total War Saga Troy. The build also features a top-of-the-line GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. Also on the Asus motherboard are a spacious 4 terabytes of fast storage and 128 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. The unit is powered
Can I
by
see more games already?
Corsair 1200 watt power supply, and temperatures are kept at a nominal level thanks to 9 RGB fans running alongside liquid cooling. The copper tubing is not only effective at heat conduction, but, according to my readings, aesthetically pleasing. Is this what you humans call love?
PCs are more than specs.
I was gonna
They're a
say, is
passion. When we
this
build a
robot
PC,
just
we
describing
form a
pornography
relationship with that
for
piece of
itself?
hardware. We wanted to show you every step of that process. For this build, we enlisted a master craftsman, Brian Carter, a PC modder with over a decade and a half of experience. PC Gamer and Intel have created a 4-part series following Brian as he created this epic artifact. DevBot,
4-part series. Please don't play the entire thing.
Hey, my name is Brian Carter.
I want to
and I've
watch
been building
video
custom PC
game.
mods for over 16 years.
Where
I'm
show
working with Intel
video
and the Total
game.
War Saga Troy on a very special custom PC project. That
Video
works
game,
with the
though.
PC gaming show. Join me in a 4-part video series as I take you through each stage of the scratch build process. We begin with the inspiration and design phase, where we figure out how to take the amazing design assets from a Total War Saga Troy and functionalize them to house our best-in-class components, like the 10th gen Intel Core i9 10900K processor. Then I'll show you how I assemble, finish, and test this one-of-a-kind PC. A big thank you to Intel and Creative Assembly for letting me work on this incredibly
Yeah.
fun and challenging project.
Okay.
I hope you like it.
Good for you, Rex. You take over. Okay, it's done.
So good, and I have some good news.
I was gonna say
Episode 1 is available
if
now.
that kept going, you take over the commentary for a
You
second,
can win this
because I was
from
just
DevBot's loving clutches.
zoning
Head on
out.
over to PCGamer.com/IntelPC to learn more and enter for a chance to win.
Not at all my kind of
And
thing.
with that, it's time to return to more PC Gaming Show action with the fantastic Frankie.
Last year, Remnant from the Ashes challenged gamers to take on monstrous creatures in a post-apocalyptic world.
Remnant from the Ashes.
Today,
That one
we're
sounds
excited
familiar,
to announce
but
the
I can't
biggest update
place
yet
it.
for the game. Upcoming DLC that will conclude this thrilling saga. The fate of humankind is at stake. It's time to bring an end to the root once and for all. This is the world reveal of Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, available August 20th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
They say hope is what makes us human.
His voice sounds familiar.
Also let us think we've won. But the root have another gate somewhere. Another hole we have
I know that voice. Where's it from? Can the guy start talking again? I felt like I was so close to figuring out who that was. I hope that guy is a character in the game so I can look that up later and figure out who that was.
Fantastic. And you know what else is fantastic? Hearing the opinions of strangers from the internet. Nothing makes my day. As much as
What kind of mutant are you that likes that?
PC gaming show on whatever your platform of preference may be, and you just might have your comment show up live on the show. Now for our next title, we have to look at classic remasters. Capcom has been updating the original Resident Evil games.
Yeah, like for a second I thought it was Ron Perlman, but not quite. Like I feel like it could have been in New Vegas.
Is getting a full definitive edition remaster with the original game, the 2002 Mafia, getting a full
Oh yeah, I talked over what he said originally, but so I wasn't quite sure what he was saying about Mafia.
Let's take a look at Lost Heaven 2 decades
I actually have Mafia 1 on GOG.
Detective Norman.
And let me tell you, this is a big improvement. Hey, that game certainly showed its age.
Right out of the gate.
So I would be interested in picking this one up.
And what's it to you? Case must be getting pretty cold by now. Or you got something might warm it up? Yeah, I might have something.
What do they call you, son?
Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
Neato.
Man, DevBot, after a beautiful trailer like that, I gotta know, do you have any contacts in the Mafia?
Sean, I have left that life behind me. I'm programmed not to form relationships with organized crime. However, I can call one of the developers of Mafia Definitive Edition.
Well, fantastic. Let's ring him up, DevBot. Joining me to talk about Mafia is the president and CCO of Hangar 13. It is Hayden Blackman. Hayden, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So for people who haven't played the original Mafia, which is a 2002 release, talk to us about this game.
Mafia, the Definitive Edition, is a complete ground-up remake of Mafia from 2002, which is a seminal game that really...
Okay, maybe we'll actually talk about the game.
Mafia, you take on the role of Tommy Angelo, who is a cab driver that falls in with the mob during the 1930s, actually during the height of Prohibition, in a city called Lost Heaven, which is loosely based on Chicago. And as a member of the Salieri crime family, he really gets embroiled in a war with the Morello crime family, and we kind of explore that story and Tommy's evolution from cab driver to respected member of the Mafia.
I feel like in the last 10 years we've seen HD editions, remasters that are more graphical updates, but my understanding is that this is far more than just a new coat of paint on a game from 2002. Talk to me about what a remake means.
There's no way they'd be able to they'd be able to release Mafia 1 again in like today with the same gameplay style. People would there's no way that game would sell with like that. That game just feels dated.
All the missions are there and represented. But again,
From what I remember, at least. It's been a while and I only played a little, but it was a rough go, honestly.
Of today's gamers and take advantage of today's technology.
The location in pretty much every open world game is a central character. In 2002, we have seen a ton of gameplay changes between then and now, 2020. Can you talk a little bit about some of the ways you've updated the open world setting and maybe some of the new mechanics that players can expect?
So we do that a number of different ways. You know, one, we looked at how populated can we make it, and we took some of the kind of world interactions and some of the things that we did with, crowds and non-player characters and other kind of city life from Mafia 3 and put them into Mafia the Definitive Edition. But we also looked at, are there ways for us to kind of redesign the city so it's more fun to drive around? Do we need to widen the streets? Do we need to make sure that there's not as many you know, 90-degree turns so that you can kind of coast around corners. And as
I'm gonna be honest, I'm more interested looking at his posters in the background.
Do to make sure that
some nice
roads
posters.
have, you know, grip or they're slick in the rain. And so that I think brought a lot of life to it as well, because most of the way that you engage with
Is a Target out back there?
driving.
I mean, speaking of rebuilding things from the ground up, I gotta ask you about the cinematics. I mean, they looked gorgeous in the trailer. And I mean, what was the process of rebuilding all of those cinematics?
For us, it was really...
Yeah, I've not watched any of these older movies, but I respect the presentation of having those posters.
Facial scanning and likeness capture technology, a state-of-the-art mocap facility. So we really wanted to take advantage of that for...
I just thought of one thing they could do with this remaster,
all the cinematics.
which I can't really mention it because it's big spoilers for the end of this game. But they could help connect this to Mafia 2 more.
Well, now it's time for my favorite question.
Yeah.
Like, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Edition, and where can people go right now to learn more?
With the graphical
We're
upgrades.
looking at an August 28th launch date, and we still, you know, have a ways to go, and we're working on that kind of final polish push right now. But I'm really confident, really bullish in that date right now. If you want more information, you can go to mafiagame.com.
After seeing the trailer, I personally...
Okay, this makes it feel like they're cutting these guys off, like, the moment they stop talking. Yeah, I felt like he had more to say.
For our next title, it's time to head on over to Frankie.
Sean, next up, it's one of those games that looks so pretty, we just had to show it to you. Ever wondered what Slay the Spire might be like with Tim Burton at the helm?
Is there another show happening around 2? What time is it?
It's being jointly developed by Cyanide and Michael Studio, and sees you building a team from storybook psychos like Dracula,
like
Bloody
15 minutes
Mary,
before it starts
and
show.
Baron Samedi. Makes
Yeah,
a lot more sense when you
Devolver
realize
knew
you're
how to
being
do a show.
employed by the devil himself, a job that has my name written all over it. The game is out this October,
And hell, Sony's thing was pretty good. Like, even when they had, like, just people talking, they talked pretty quick and then got right back to showing off the games.
Our new title, Rogue Lords. Development is moving forward, and we are very excited to share some in-game elements and combat mechanics for the very first time. Rogue Lords is a rogue-like game where you play as the devil. You have to build your team with legions of evil and lead them in runs through multiple events and fights. After a terrible defeat years ago, you're finally coming back with your most faithful disciples to wreak havoc.
Really, that does sort of describe the feel of, like, 70% of this so far. Like,
you will need to build your set of skills.
A lot of these reveals seem more like updates for stuff that already exists.
And create combos to secure victory. Every skill costs action points.
Like, the biggest reveal we got so far was spoiled, like, almost like
your own health bar
in the previous week.
Persistent during the entire run. If your health is reduced to 0, your run is finished. In Rogue Lords, you are the devil, so you don't have to play by the same rules as mortals. When the situation becomes tricky, you can use souls to play with the interface and change an enemy health bar, for example. This is an expensive trick to use, but very powerful and useful in the most difficult fights.
Wait, so because you are the devil, you get console commands. That's amazing.
If you're a big fan of roguelikes, you know they're known for two things.
Well, I mean, if you're playing as the devil, I feel like if you die, you die. That shouldn't be how it is. Like, they're just going where they're probably just going to hell. That's where I already am. I can just send them right back out.
Altering it for all of your
So,
future
just
playthroughs.
dust them off, send them right back out the door.
Motion and publisher Big Sugar, this is Unexplored 2: The Wayfarer's Legacy.
When called upon to be the next Wayfarer, will you answer? When tasked to take your place in a long line of heroes,
Okay, then I'll put on a damn movie for them. Like that, I still don't think that's you're dead. You're dead then.
your legacy out of strife, hardship, and magic, will you be victorious?
This looks like a game. I feel like that statement surmises a lot of my feelings about this show so far. Like, there was that brief period of time where I was excited about stuff like Project Wingman, and they showed me like a 30-second trailer.
Free-to-play RPG. In Call of the Void, players unravel a mystery surrounding an ancient civilization, culminating in a showdown with a new otherworldly behemoth. And as a nice
We
little
have
bonus,
50
if you
plus
go to
games, and you'll find like
right
maybe
now
10 of them
and use the
interesting.
code PC Gaming Show 2020, you can get some free in-game rewards. Nice. Let's take a closer look at this update that's available now in Dauntless. This is Call of the Void.
Oh yeah, this is a thing that exists. Like the worst thing is, I feel like they're just not giving me that much to talk about. Like maybe that's just me. Maybe I just suck at this, but at most my opinions from up to this is a game that exists. I don't care, which not that entertaining. I know.
There's still more games to come on the PC Gaming Show. Here's what's around.
Seriously, what is the purpose of these coming up later screens? You just get right back to the show anyways.
From Devolver, a special collection of exciting independent games coming to PC.
Yeah.
Back to you, Frankie.
There aren't many games about being in nature, which is why Among Trees caught my eye.
Fucking excuse me?
In this first-person survival sandbox, you get
There's
to
not that many
explore a
games about
colourful,
being in
breathing
nature.
world that's full to the brim with life.
There are so many games that exist in nature.
Wild, deadly beasts share this painted world with you, and you'll want to move carefully to avoid their bitey bits. Produced by a
Like I can't even give examples of the games that where you're in nature because there are so fucking many. Like I could name like 20 games that look like this. Like, wow, honestly, I think I'd say this game looks pretty interesting, but that lady's comment just really ticked me off for some reason. Because it just sounds so ridiculous. I'm sorry, devs, but she just managed to flip a specific switch in my mind, apparently. It just got me angry. Like, look, that fishing I would have said the fishing looked cool, but I can't get that comment. I'm like, not that many games exist in nature. What does that mean? Like, I guess maybe she's talking about games that just exist to just be in nature, but that's still not true. Like, what about Stardew Valley? Like, sure, it's a town, but it's a small town. Most of the time, you're just farming and going out in the woods and shit, or the mines.
Probably never stop to consider the business side of these magical elixirs. In Potionomics, you're a witch who must save her potion shop from the clutches of greedy loan sharks.
Honestly, yeah, I just want at least the Bug Snacks trailer made me feel something. That feeling was confusion and fear, but it was something. Why does this seem like this is just Reciteer? Really, this just seems like Reciteer, but with potion crafting and a not as interesting art style. Like, really, that's all this is doing for me, is like thinking, I should reinstall Reciteer and play that instead. And I guess you got card negotiation mechanics? Okay, that actually seems kind of interesting. Potionomics. Yep. Definitely gonna reinstall Recettear after this.
We spend a lot of time in video games fixating
And I've
on
gotten
finding
salty
the
right
best,
now, haven't
most
I?
Powerful gear. But in our next game, Mortal Shell, things are a little different. You aren't scouring a dungeon looking for a +1 sword. You're exploring a shattered world for the remains of defeated warriors that you then possess like a ghost. These are the Mortal Shells, and they're much more than mere pieces of armor and stats.
That sounds like
Each
exploring
one
a
is
dungeon for a
complicated
+1
backstory,
sword with
a
more flavor
playstyle,
text.
And an identity might give you mixed feelings about the body you're occupying. Coming later this year exclusively to the Epic Games Store on PC, let's take a look at this gorgeous and brutal action game, Mortal Shell.
Yeah, you're right. That looked like Recettear if it was a mobile ad.
I foresaw this. Scratch sigils on the walls.
Oh, wait. I think I actually did see this at, like, the Game Awards, I think it was, and this did seem kind of interesting.
Across time and space.
Yeah, I think I remember that having a cool trailer. If this is the thing I'm thinking about.
PC gaming show. You seem different.
I'm sorry, that announcer just saying PC gaming show. Seems so ridiculous.
Fires revealed cinders and shadows. But beneath it all, no monsters, no gods, only oblivion.
Okay, yeah, this seems cool. The salt is dying down. I am reducing in sodium. Okay, looks kind of soulsy and I'm sorry for that. That came out of nowhere. Okay, yeah, that seems like something to check out, I suppose. Oh, do I get to play as a Skeleman? That seems cool.
But wait, there's more. We've gotten the chance to see some of the core gameplay of Mortal Shell, but now it's time to talk about bosses. Bosses are a classic staple of this type of RPG. And in our second piece of Mortal Shell footage, we'll see a boss that isn't just a one-and-done threat.
I'm getting hungry.
Instead, it's a constant adversary throughout the campaign.
And you get some meat once the show's over.
Figure who stalks the player throughout Mortal Shell. As you grow in skill and master new weapons, so will he. The clip we're about to watch shows the player's very first duel with the elusive adversary. Let's take a look.
Okay, yeah, this seems like it's very much Souls-based. Like, both gameplay-wise and aesthetically. Like, even the UI feels Soulsy. Next damage taken while hardened is converted to health. What is going on here? I haven't played Neo yet. I actually do have it on my computer, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm not sure how to compare it. But I don't know, just like the general gloominess of it all seems Soulsy, from what I know of Souls anyway. This is very weird to watch. I feel like there should be music or something. I'm just watching these two guys fight in a puddle with almost no context to it silently, other than the sound of swings. Like, they're not really explaining gameplay mechanics or anything, they're just fighting. Like, just watching them going at it. Like, I'm not the one who's like, this feels weird, right? Like this feels like less like presentation stuff. This feels more like some sort of like walkthrough clip where they had to turn the music off because of copyright. And now there is Snek. Or fish. Fish. I suppose it's kind of alphy, but it was more like presentation-wise than like the game itself.
Too much time talking
I guess, yeah,
about
they
the
could just
Nintendo
have not made the
64.
music yet.
But the beauty of PC gaming is that one way or another, almost all games find their way to us and are often better off for it. After giving Blade Runner and Turok the Remaster treatment, Night Dive Studios.
Wow, that was like the most sniff your own farts thing you could have said about PC gaming, I
adding in
feel.
support for 4K and widescreen plus a whole suite of cut content from this dark action classic. Let's take a
Shit, I've talked over what game you said it was. Valiant? Night Dive. Gex. Should I really should have been listening because I have no idea what this is. It looks kind of neat, I guess. And that is a wall butthole. Okay. And there's another one. Okay, this game kind of looks interesting. Lots of platforming, exploring, fighting, and sphincters apparently. I actually kind of like how old the graphics look. Like, even though this is apparently like a remaster or whatever, it still looks kind of old, and I kind of like that Shadow Man. I never heard of that.
I am on a first-name basis with our next guest, as he has been here at the PC Gaming Show 6 years running. From Tripwire Interactive, the president himself, it's John Gibson. Thanks so much for joining us, John.
Sean, it's my pleasure.
I have no idea who
I'm so
this
excited
is.
to be back with you again to talk about so much cool stuff happening at Tripwire.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of stuff, and I just want to kick off by asking, talk to me about Killing Floor 2.
So Killing Floor 2 just released the
Oh,
Paris
Killing
Wonder
Floor.
Summer
I've
update. It's got
honestly
new
never
weapons,
had that much
Blunderbuss,
interest in Killing
Block
Floor.
18, Kaboom Stick, Tesla launcher, new official map called Desolation.
I don't know,
Space
man, this will
pirate
change my
themed
mind.
Outfits. We're running a seasonal event with rewards until July 7th. And right now, it's free on Steam for a week, so you can
Is
go
that
play.
Robot?
I also have to ask about the follow-up to a game that was announced at the PC Gaming Show, Chivalry 2. Talk to me about Chivalry 2.
Ooh,
So
Chivalry.
we're working with Torn Banner Studios.
I had
we're
no idea those
publishing,
were the
Torn
same
Banner's
guys.
Developing, and Chivalry 2 is coming along great. It's so fun, and we're excited to announce
I
some
never
big
played
news,
Chivalry 1, but it always
crossplay
seemed
between
interesting.
the PC and the consoles, so you can hack and slash your console friends in Chivalry 2.
And last, a game that has been so popular on Twitch. Talk to me about Man-Eater.
Yeah, so we were so excited.
Has this
to
been
get
popular on
Man-Eater out the
Twitch?
door. You know, we've
I
shared
haven't
to you
seen
guys
shit
originally
about
in
it.
2018. We had all that fun with Frankie in the shark suit, which I'm kind of missing. The game is doing great. People are loving it. So much fan love, so many fan videos. We're just really happy to have it out there, and people eating lots of humans.
You know, this interview is fun because it like zipped through three different
Talk a
games.
little bit about what games, what has been announced from Tripwire Interactive.
Mhm.
What's coming up next for Tripwire?
So I wish we could come forward and announce an all-new game, and that would be great, but I can give you a few hints. So Chivalry 2, you know, is in process. It's going to be coming out in the not too distant future, hopefully.
Why would you ballista one guy? That seems like a massive waste.
You haven't seen the last of Man-Eater. And Killing Floor 2, you know, the game came out in 2015. So we're really thinking about what's next.
Like I feel like you could shoot a guy with a normal
Well, if history
arrow.
is any indicator,
No
John,
need for
I'm
the
sure
big
I'll
one.
see you at next year's PC Gaming Show with those very updates. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Now, at this year's PC Gaming Show, we've already taken a look at some Epic Game Store exclusives. Mortal Shell, in particular, looks very promising.
Yes, I'd
But
like
for
if
a
you
sense
stop
of
that.
what else there is?
No,
Let's take a
no,
look at
no.
this.
Stop with the EGS exclusives, please. Oh. Oh, that's right. Tony Hawk 1+2 is from the EGS. I will brave the Epic Games Store for you, Tony. Hang on. Nah, I just got lunch. So. Now, not only do I not talk about anything, now you have to watch me eat. Very entertaining, I know. I forgot Surgeon Simulator 2 was a thing. I do want to see more about this Airborne Kingdom thing. No interruption, but just getting food. Honestly, I might have needed this. Like, maybe I'm getting salty because, well, I lacked salt. Well, I lacked in actual sodium. I needed the makeup and personality.
You and your friends explore unique dungeons, fighting a terrifying cadre of mystical and monstrous enemies, grab valuable loot, and recover.
That dude proposing through the PC gaming show.
Will battle its way onto Steam Early Access
Twitter thing,
later this
and
year,
also is that immediately followed up by them announcing an error?
Add to your roster and new loot to retrieve through free updates.
God, I hope Melanie wasn't a console gamer. This feels like what I'm doing there is mean. That guy is just putting his heart out there. I'm sorry for that.
Down from their mountain refuge to face the abominations of the Blight, a mysterious and corrupting fog that enshrouds the land. Each player will choose a hero from one of 3 classes.
I feel like I've seen this exact type of game like 5 different times this show. Or not the exact type of game, but similar.
Battle a terrifying horde of monstrous enemies and
There's lots of side-scrolling fantasy that does not look interesting to me.
Each class of hero fulfills a specific role on the team to overcome mounting odds, solve clever puzzles, and synchronize their ultimate abilities to unleash massive damage.
Here you go. Here you go, Rex.
Battle through 3 distinct lands, each with several dungeons to conquer, including the eerie Gravemine, the oppressive Underhold, and the precarious Blood.
I'm glad you got my French fry through the internet.
Nerves and prepare once again to enter the Blight.
You ain't getting any of my nuggies though. My chicken nuggets are mine. Oh, the revolver.
Are you viewers at home still thinking about that computer?
No, I'm not.
Oh, sorry. And now more from the PC Gaming Show.
You don't need to fill for this much time.
About PC gaming is its openness. The PC is a platform where anyone can build stuff.
Like hell, you just flat out said you accidentally missed out on trailer.
Creators, streamers, developers, stores, and all kinds of different voices to contribute to PC gaming's vibrancy. We've already featured a lot of exciting independent games here today, but in rapid-fire succession, here are 8 more indie projects that we're excited about. Shadows of Doubt is a detective stealth game set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city.
Okay, actually, hang on. That sounds cool. Oh, this looks cool, actually. This actually looks kind of Deus sexy. Hang on. I realized what I said sounded like I said Deus sexy, but honestly, that might be, I might mean that. Do go on. Shadows of Doubt. I'm keeping that one in the back of my head.
You fall into an ancient Roman utopia, only to find it full of people, mysteries, and difficult moral choices. Explore an open world locked in time.
Each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. Somebody is about to end our lives. Your job is to figure out who and stop them.
That one quote that said undeniably impressive. My mind combined the two words together, so I thought the quote was just saying it was unimpressive.
Find your own truth in Paradise Killer, a first-person open-world murder mystery.
Like, not sure how you will plan on selling your game with that quote.
As they explore the world, uncover the facts, and breathe life back into paradise.
There's been a murder. Last night, Paradise was killed.
Rip.
I'm investigation freak Lady Love Dies, reporting for duty.
Hello there.
It's my job to scour the streets of Paradise and hunt for evidence. Any one of
This seems kind of interesting.
done it.
Art style looks cool, especially since you just have a skeleton man there.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts. Paradise Killer, coming soon.
Alright then, that's another one I'll keep an eye out for.
The journey of two lovers escape to a lost planet to stay together.
Oh, this one wasn't. This one was on the last show, the gorilla, whatever it was. Seems alright.
Here we go. More wrestling. Good thing we don't have to scrub.
At worst, I kill them.
Whoa, you.
Oh, come on. Dodge this one. Got it. You rock. You like that?
That's gotta hurt.
Cartel Tycoon is a narrative-driven drug empire simulator where you rule as a succession of fictional drug lords in a world where death and violence are inevitable.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, it seems a lot like Tropico. Okay, now I see the UI, it definitely looks more different, but at a glance, a lot of that reminded me of Tropico.
Trash Sailors is a survival co-op adventure
Trash
set in a
Sailors.
dangerous, ruined world full of junk where you and friends
Okay.
must survive the Great Flood.
Oh, okay, with Noah, I guess. The Bibble looks different than I remember. Okay, this is actually looking kind of cool. Oh, rip that guy.
Chris Tales is an indie love letter to classic RPGs that lets you experience past, present, and future simultaneously.
Okay, this art style is actually super pretty. Music is nice too. Okay, Chris Tales. This one looks cool too. I much like this conference much more when it's being much more rapid fire like this. And I say much more 3 times in a row apparently. That's a neat art style. Like, you could have just sold me that picture, show me that picture, and I'd be interested.
In a vibrant fantasy world created in collaboration with RPG veteran Chris Avallone, Alalong offers fast-paced action,
Chris Avallone.
bringing ARPG dynamics to a new level with a skill-based gameplay inspired by great classics and modern masterpieces.
Damn it, sorry about that. But Damn, why are they showing all the games I'm interested in like the quickfire segment? Chris Applin is one of my favorite game writers ever.
Weird West is a curious project from the co-creators of two of our favorite games.
He's honestly part of the reason I was interested in playing Jedi Fallen Order, because I heard he was working on it.
The same spirit of those first-person games laid out in a dark reimagining of the Wild West, filled with fantastical creatures. From Wolfeye Studios and Devolver, let's take a look at Weird West.
Weird West. Okay. Oh, I think I remember this being announced sometime.
The West, the land of opportunity. A place where you can be a hero,
Yeah.
a scoundrel, and anything in between.
I forget where this was announced in.
Quite the
Is
Wild
this even a
West,
different
isn't it?
trailer, actually?
There are ancient powers at war with each other. Strange entities lurking in the dead of night with their own rules and their own...
I think this might be the same trailer.
Your motives.
From whenever it was from before.
Weird West.
Yeah, I'm honestly sure this is just the same trailer again. Why would you do that? Are you just reminding us the game exists?
Coming out here could be the best thing that ever happened to you. If you can survive, that is.
Joining me to talk about Weird West is the president and creative director at Wolfeye Studios. It's
Okay, at least they're gonna talk about it.
Colantonio. How's it going, Raph?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome and eager to talk about this game, and I want to start with something very straightforward. What is Weird West?
Weird West is an action RPG that is set in an environment that is called the Weird West, and it's very much of the kind of games that I've been working on in the past, except that the perspective is more like a isometric, top-down kind of view.
Yeah, I mean, we've referenced Prey and Dishonored, and we normally think of the immersive sim as first-person games like that. What happens when you try to translate that to that top-down isometric perspective?
There's not much different in the spirit.
Okay, this is supposed to be like
Really
Dishonored,
find
and
yourself
I'm a bit
at
more
home.
interested actually.
It's just that it's a different perspective. So instead of seeing through the eyes of the player, of the character, you have a chance to run a party of people. So you have followers, and you have more kind of like a strategy kind of view. But the exploration and everything is, is still the same kind of spirit, but with a different perspective.
And in particular for people that maybe haven't played immersive sims, I know that the whole notion of creative problem solving is a big aspect. Multiple ways to get past the same obstacle.
Okay, you're selling me
Give us some
more.
examples of that in Weird West.
Did you really need? Okay, but again, did you really need to show the same trailer again?
The context. There's a world. There are characters. There are objects, and all of those objects. Have
Wow. This game has a world,
and then there's an
character,
objective,
and
which is, for
objects in
example,
it.
Go inside this house and frame a character by putting a letter that he did not actually truly write, but you put it there so that the sheriff can find it, right? You could do it in a very stealthy way, which would be what
Oh, this
you
game has
imagine
stealth.
people would do. So
One
probably,
think of that from
use
this
of
perspective.
power and put people to sleep and then get inside.
You've talked about the different things that you can do as a player in the game, but who are you? What can the player do to shape who the character is over the course of the game?
Right, so this is a very good question and also a very dangerous one for me.
It's the riskiest question yet, man.
To make it simple, you are going to play 5 different characters. Once the main quest is over with the first character, you go to the next one. Now, the
Interesting.
first one is still in the world, so you can go back and recruit him or her.
Okay, that's cool.
What does death mean for you and for your companions in Weird West?
It's a risk that we're taking. We're gonna have different modes. There's the super hard mode where you die and you're dead.
Is the game sort of designed to be like playing in one forward timeline. If someone dies, you're not supposed to reload. You're just supposed to continue to play within the same world.
Yeah, you continue to play with the same world, but now
Okay,
the
that's
sad
kinda
thing is
interesting.
that doesn't
I
apply
like this
to
idea.
your followers. Yeah, the characters that are with you, but maybe they'll come back at you someday under the form of an undead, or you don't know what's gonna happen. You can revive your followers.
Okay,
if you
okay. Some of my
there
favorite
and have
stuff
the
in
right
games is
tools
when you have like a persistent
but
world
if you
with like
don't and they die, that's it. You know,
each
your
character
followers are
being
now
able to like
in the
develop like apparently
sound
grudges
cute.
and stuff. Yeah,
Precious in the graveyard. Well, they will
that sounds
maybe come
cool.
back as the undead. Yeah. Now, Raph, when can people get their hands on Weird West?
So the game shifts in 2021, but some of you are gonna have a chance to play a demo actually pretty soon in the incoming months.
the hell is that
You
thing?
can follow Wolfeye Studios on Twitter and as well as Devolver Digital.
Hey,
on Twitter
Dragon
as well.
Fleege 11
for more
raises a good
information
point. When is Yakuza 3 through 5 for
Wonderful,
PC?
Raph. Thank you so much for coming out. Once again, that is Devolver Digital, Wolfeye Studios on Twitter for that upcoming demo. For our next game, believe it or not, yet again, we're gonna go to Frankie.
Sean, I don't know about you, but there are times I wish for a simpler life. A life spent as a farmer in a humble JRPG village. Where all I have to worry
Stardew
about is which
or
vegetables
Harvest
to plant,
Moon.
what to name my chickens, and which of the dozen townsfolk I should propose marriage to.
Because you just played
Our
Harvest
next
Moon.
game is a return to that simpler life. From XC Games, this is Story of Seasons, Friends of Middle.
I think I've heard of this one. Yep. I said the original like farming series, and that looks like one of the Harvest Moon playable characters. Does Harvest Moon have a different name? Like, hang on, give me a moment to look this up. I'm curious now. Story of Seasons.
Marvelous.
I'm so happy. That
Formerly known as Harvest Moon. They changed the name of the Harvest Moon series? What?
Takes to various temperatures throughout the show.
Why would you do
With
that?
Wonderful magic emotion graphics. You can even read them before.
I didn't
your
even
very
notice that was a
eyes
Harvest
right
Moon
now.
game. Why would you do
I'm
that?
delighted by so many of them. Furious at a few, but I'm confused by none because you're just making a lot
I
of
guess
sense.
it's cool that they're bringing them to
We're
the
in home
PC, but
stretch of the show,
I
so
didn't even
please
know it was the
continue to
same
let
damn
us know
series.
Which PC games you're excited about by using hashtag PC Gaming Show. Now, when it comes to genres, there are few as ambitious on PC as the MMO. It requires a vast amount of resources to create a rich, living, breathing world to entertain hundreds of thousands of players for years, and I know this because I watched Season 1 of Mythic Quest. Due on closed beta on July 23rd, Amazon Games' New World aims to deliver that vast open world with pitched battles of 100 players. I'm excited to announce today that if you pre-order New World right now, you can get into that July 23rd beta a full month before the full release on August 25th. This is New World.
Then I read someone in that Twitter thing was trying to fuck Deathbot. I'm worried. Was that James's Twitter? I didn't see. This sure looks like a game. Ow! Fuck, I scratched my nose. Ow. She hurt. I honestly don't know if it could very well just be an advertisement. Also, hi, how are you?
Here on the PC Gaming Show, we're big fans of Life is Strange, the award-winning adventure series from developer Dontnod. Having undergone some big changes since its first reveal in 2018,
it's gone.
Mirror, the studio's next
Alright,
game,
I suppose.
is a psychological thriller that follows investigative journalist Sam.
There have been a couple cool games here, and a whole bunch I just don't care
Available
about.
to wishlist now on the Epic Game Store. Let's watch.
Like the one I was looking forward to mostly, honestly, it was pretty much an unofficially announced beforehand of all leaks and shit.
Basswood is many things.
No, there was that. Fuck, I already forgot the name of it. That one like detective game they showed off a bit ago. That looked kind of Deus Ex like.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Coming back to Basswood.
And there's also that one game Chris Haviland's writing for, so that's cool.
Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is Earth.
Excuse me.
You might be right. The good news, though.
Jeez.
At least you don't have to do it alone.
Twin Mirror and the Life is Strange
people. You may
people.
have seen Metal Hellsinger announced earlier this week, and today we get the opportunity to take a closer look at this unique game that the studio builds
Metal,
as a
you say?
rhythm FPS. Published by Funcom, you have to
Oh yeah,
battle through
aren't there
8
like
hells
3
blasting
different rhythm
music to
FPSs
heavy
coming
metal
out?
soundtrack. And to talk about one of the most epic encounters in the game is the creative director at The Outsiders.
I barely know how to set up most of the shit on my channel. Don't be surprised I don't have that, my dude.
Thanks. And let me say it's a pleasure to be here.
I don't want to hear people talk. I want to hear the metal.
Give us a break from the reality that we're currently inhabiting. So that's why we're here now. So
Shit, I can barely hear it behind this guy's words.
Gameplay of our upcoming game, Metal Hellsinger. I hope you like it.
Ah, there it is. Nah, honestly, that's the whole copyright music thing. I don't care if it happens, it happens. Okay, seems like the beat works pretty well with the shotgun. What if you're using like another weapon though? Or is this the only weapon you got? God, that is that's a weird thing you have said, Rex. What didn't I used to be the opposite? Didn't YouTube used to be the one that was more fucky about music and shit? Yeah, this looks cool. Always glad to have another game where I can just lay waste to like demons or whatever while metal's blaring in the background. Also, that's a cool looking character. I recognize none of those bands.
Hello everybody, Felicia Day here, and I play the magician in the Dungeons of Nahelbeck, The Amulet of Chaos. The Amulet of Chaos is a fun and silly tactical RPG that's coming to PC later this summer. It features a group of adventurers searching a dungeon for treasure. Each one of the characters has their own skill sets, or lack thereof.
And so I can say that again with my mouth not stuffed with french fries. No kidding, my dude.
A failure, but together, they're too dumb to fail. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. It has lots of in-jokes for tabletop games. And
Too dumb to fail is an interesting statement. I kind of like it.
Anyway, here is an exclusive preview
It inspires
of The
me.
Amulet of Chaos.
You again? I
I'd expected your asses to be turned into lampshades by now.
You roach! I'm pissed.
Ha! Pleased to meet you.
Asses turned into lampshades. How do you do that?
Smash your rotten brains out of your skull.
How about we try diplomacy, maybe?
No, attack!
Guards, guards! Dispatch these smelly bushwhackers. Zibat round.
No, seriously, how does one make a lampshade out of ass? Like, do you skin the ass? Do you cut off the ass and just shove like a light bulb up it? Do you sit upon a lamp? I want to know how that, how further that statement goes.
Who says you need water to go sailing? Our next game, Red Sails, puts you on a boat in the middle of a sea of desert.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought that sentence was gonna end at, who says you need water? I thought it was just gonna end there.
Let's take a look at Red Sails.
I'll probably be busy because once this show wraps up, there's gonna be another presentation of some kind that starts around, how long until then? About an hour. So probably won't be able to stop by, unfortunately. Appreciate the offer though. Okay, this looks kind of interesting. Okay, this looks really interesting. Like, I feel like there's a little bit where it seems like they're making the sand behave a bit too much like water, like where it's, might as well just be a reskin, but otherwise that looks cool. Red tails.
Against some of these cold, unforgiving walls.
Query received, Sean. In order to familiarize you with basic life-saving procedures, I have established contact with game developer Bossa Studios, the creators of Surgeon Simulator 2.
Go on.
I wasn't really planning on doing any surgery. I feel like if I was injured, you'd be the one doing the surgery.
My analysis shows that Surgeon Simulator 2 contains all of the vital instructions for repairing fragile human bodies. 1 hour of Surgeon Simulator 2 is equivalent to 1 year of human medical school.
That's not true, but
no, I believe that.
Your enthusiasm and thirst for knowledge.
Nah, you shut up, sir. That's a totally accurate statement.
In this game. So let's take a look at Surgeon Simulator 2.
What the hell? You got like an actual model now? That's... Oh, you can move around. Oh my. Oh, you can hack off the limbs. Oh dear lord. Please tell me you can accidentally hack off the other player's stuff. That would be amazing. Like you're just performing surgery and yes, chop off your fellow doctor's head. That'd be perfect for this game. Poor Bob. Poor Bob. Oh, you can make levels? That's sick. And so is the patient. Snapping. Amazing. Oh my god, you can just straight up build a man. This looks to be really expanded from the first Surgeon Simulator. Holy crap. Yeah, that looks cool as hell. Can't wait to watch Achievement Hunter play
Joining
it.
us to talk about Surgeon Simulator 2, we got Mark Pick on the line. Mark, thanks so much for joining us.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So, for anyone who has not experienced the hilarity of Surgeon Simulator 1, can you just give us the gist and tell us, what is Surgeon Simulator 2 all about?
We've kind of taken the tone and the heart.
Now, what are you talking about? This is pretty much an exact replica of how God makes people.
You're just one arm kind of moving around on one table. In the new game, you're actually a fully limbed surgeon, moving around for the first time in the series on 2 feet.
You are now a fully limbed surgeon. What gameplay mechanics?
What an innovative feature in 2020. In the original game,
even he knows.
You were limited to just surgery, whereas in Surgeon Simulator 2, there's a whole plethora of brand new mechanics, challenges, and gameplay elements to explore.
Here's a question.
You're not just looking over one patient's chest.
Do you have to put the correct limbs in the correct sockets?
Exploring a fully fledged medical facility.
Can you?
Yeah, you don't know what goes on inside my body, but what I'm asking is, you have to put the correct limbs in the correct sockets. Or could I cut off a guy's arms and legs and just put more heads there? That sounds awesome.
Like a little bit like the original Surgeon Simulator, with a bit of kind of a mad scientist lab thrown in there, through this kind of lens of like a Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory vibe. Like, you're never really sure what's going to be around the next
like, look at the amount of heads there. I'm telling you, I want to build a head torso thing.
From, like, surgical vending machines, over-engineered operating theaters, automatic patient dispensers. My personal favorite, which is actually an improvised cannon, where you can actually fire limbs or organs and things across to your fellow surgeons on the other side of the room.
Amazing.
Now, Mark, I understand that there is a creation tool in Surgeon Simulator 2. What does that entail?
I just had a worse thought than what I already had with the legs. With the heads, I mean. Imagine doing that, but instead it's nothing but legs and feet. You'd create the ultimate, like, the ultimate dream for a foot fetishist.
Can get stuck into
a body that's nothing but feet.
We as designers and developers use to build our very own story mode. It's an easy to use, intuitive, friendly set of tools where it's as much fun to create as it is to play.
So I want to ask, what are some of the examples of the types of levels, the types of creations that people have made?
That's a great question. So we've been live for the last few months already. The wealth and the variety of content made by players so far has been really, really incredible to see. So there's been everything in there from traditional takes on surgery, like the end of the original game. We've also got ghost ships in there. We've got bowling alleys. We've even got a take on the Surgeon Olympics, where people are bouncing around Bob's head and using that as a ball. And then we've got my personal favourite, which is the kind of the take on the bottle flip challenge. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, but where you can kind of flip a bottle with the hand.
Oh dear God.
It's not the easiest thing to do with the Surgeon Simulator hand, and you just kind of step back and see the physics chaos play out, and it's a lot of fun. It's very satisfying to see play out.
Mark, I had a blast playing Surgeon Simulator 1.
Bottle flip challenge, but it's a human head. Do it.
And how do they get access to this creation workshop you've mentioned?
Surgeon Simulator 2 is coming to the Epic Games Store in August 2020, and you can pre-order that right now. You can also go to surgeonsimulator.com for more information and follow us at SurgeonSim on Twitter to learn more.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's Mark Pick. I'm Sean Plott. Let's go to Frankie Ward.
Sean, you'll remember our next developer from their appearance in the PC gaming show way back in 2015. Hello Games.
I remember literally no other PC gaming show. What are you talking about?
The infinite, procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky.
Oh.
But their next big release is an altogether
the game that became good.
Affair. The Last Campfire is an adventure game, a story of a lost ember trapped in a puzzling place, searching for meaning and a way home. Let's check it out.
Okay then. Oh yeah, right. I saw this game. This looked cool. It had a really cool song playing with its first trailer. That looks adorable. And now he has friend. Oh, but that one's super dead. Aww. Yeah, that was kind of neat.
Escape from Tarkov has become one of the breakout successes of 2020, becoming a smash hit on Twitch as players fell in love with its extra gritty take on first-person shooters. What does anyone who works on the internet will tell you?
Extra gritty.
People always want more. And more we've got for you today, because in a moment I'm going to be speaking to one of the game's developers about what's coming next, and that includes a spicy
Fucking
map.
scooting out of frame.
Wanna
My bad.
show 'em what we got.
I've yet to see any Tarkov. I want to see what this game's all about. Oh, hello. That was a lot of ways you could open that door. I'm intrigued. The music going away has made me tense. Oh, it's back now. Never mind. I like how slow this is. No joke. I like a game that makes you play careful. Have to check room by room. Is that Doge? Let's talk about how this game seemed to be a lot, very like slow and methodical. It just throws Doge in my face.
Here with me to talk about
That trailer consisted entirely of a guy just going through a building and looking in different rooms and shooting at nothing. I actually really like that. That's an amazing trailer.
Hasn't played or seen Escape for Tarkov. How does a session of Escape from Tarkov work? What makes it different from, say, a class-based shooter or a battle
like that?
It's more.
I actually super respect them. Like, yeah, the game it very well could just consist of you just walking through a building, looking at shit, being all careful. That I respect them so much for just showing that. That's amazing.
So how does the new map compare to the existing map set in Tarkov?
It will be the biggest and the most detailed location ever. It will be a lot of explorable buildings, undergrounds. It's like an attempt to simulate the city, the realistic modern city.
So give me a breakdown of what's coming up.
Kind of like a Pripyat vibe from that city. Anyone else?
7 is more like a technical patch. It will include the big addition called the expansion of Customs location. Customs is the pretty iconic location for the EFT. It will like enlarge the overall area by 30 or even 40%. The next update.
Like, I don't know, maybe just any abandoned Russian town looks like Pripyat, even though Pripyat is Ukrainian. Josh.
Boss will able to heal his partners and like search for stashes. So we always try to bring something new in terms of new bosses. Really big amount of cool features are to come this year. We'll try to bring some new experience for you.
Escape from Tarkov has been playable for a long time.
I think what mostly got me interested in this game is that I saw people on the Stalker subreddit talking about it, which makes me think that since I like Stalker, maybe I'd like this.
For yourself, you could purchase it over there.
So once again, escapefromtarkov.com to check it out. And Nikita, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
For our next titled PC gaming show, it's time to head on over to the inimitable Frankie Ward.
Over the last decade, developer Red Barrels has given us some of the most messed up horror games ever created. The next game in the Outlast series offers more
Outlast.
mind-numbing terror.
I'm really not very interested in Outlast, like,
Outlast
at all.
is set during the Cold War, and in this happy period of distrust, fear, and violence, you and your friends are human guinea pigs, involuntarily
Okay, Cold
recruited to
War
test
horror game
advanced
is kind of
methods
interesting.
of brainwashing and mind control.
Like, maybe you'll pull me back, maybe not.
But work together, and maybe you'll survive the Outlast trials.
I feel there's like a lot of horror you could do with like Cold War type stuff, like sleeper agent type shit. Like a different type of horror you could go for. Though it seems like they're just going for the traditional stuff, kind of. Hey, you can't show feet.
Night vision device fully operational, sir.
Excellent. Bring in
Oh, I wouldn't need a nail gun, I'd just get a lot of duct tape. Cause if he had like a screwdriver or something, he could just unscrew the nails or like no, not a screwdriver, like a hammer with that one the one part of the hammer that you could peel nails out. You could just do that. But if I get duct tape, it'll get in his hair and shit. That'd be much worse than nails. Duct tape in the hair.
And with that, the 2020 PC Gaming Show is now complete. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
we hope
sure,
you
that.
had a chance to see some games that excited and delighted you. Also, as you might imagine, it is really challenging to
Okay,
put on
are
a
we
show
out?
with no
We out of the
nearby
show
gaming
for now?
conventions. So an enormous thanks
Okay.
to our sponsors for helping to make this show possible. This year, the sponsors are Mythical, Perfect World, Funcom, Frontier Developments, Exceed Games, Atlas, Intel, All In Games, Humble Games, Sega, Amazon
Alright, so
Games, Merge Games, Tripwire.
there's less than an hour until the next show, so I'm probably gonna keep the stream going until then. Maybe I'll play some in the meantime. Probably gonna take a small break in between the for just a couple minutes
And
ago,
before I
like
say goodbye, I want to give a
do
warm thanks
stuff.
and a chance for my co-host to say goodbye. Thanks
But-
again, DevBot.
Yeah, for YouTube, this is probably gonna be it for just a PC gaming show. It's gonna be its own video. Then the future game show, I think is what it's called. That's gonna be its own video too. But for stream, it's gonna be continuous a bit.
Thank you so much
Yeah, for
to
YouTube.
all of our devs for your incredible games. And of
Thank
course,
you
massive
guys for
thanks to our
watching. I will
sponsors
see you
for
guys
making this all
then.
happen.